Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's cFIT, nurse practitioner extraordinaire. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Guys, I apologize. I have not been live, but I'm in New York and I'm with Carmel, who is part of a group that I am in, Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits, and we're doing an event this weekend. So I figured I would take this opportunity to do an interview with her about her company and what she's doing. I'm going to give you the opportunity to meet her. She's amazing, amazing, amazing. Carmel Jean-Francois is the owner and founder of cFIT Coaching. Carmel, how are you doing tonight?
I'm so good. I'm so excited about this opportunity for us to collaborate and talk and for me to meet your people. Hi, everybody. So like Dr. Jamesia said, my name is Carmel Jean-Francois. I'm here in the New York City area, Queens to be exact, owner and founder of cFIT Coaching. And what it is, I work with women over 40 and I help clarify a lot of the confusion around fitness and nutrition. I guide, I support, I inspire, I motivate, and we do it in baby steps. And so we do it in little bite-sized morsels, so to speak. So it's not too overwhelming, so that we can fit it in your schedule, so we can make it sustainable and we can keep it interesting.
So Carmel,
yes,
I'm gonna slow you down.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a couple things.
Okay. I'm ready for it.
So you already know that she's a coach and she's trying to get you to eat more vegetables. But I do want to get a little bit more personal with Carmel, just to find out a little bit more about you.
Okay.
So I'm just going to ask a couple questions. You guys bear with me. If you have any questions you want to ask Carmel, put them in the chat. But Carmel, what exactly made you go vegan and start on this journey? Seriously.
Okay. All right.
Because most of my viewers are not vegan. Most of my viewers are fasting. They're intermittent fasters, but some of them may want to go vegan.
Okay.
What prompted you to go vegan? And how does that, I guess, get weaved into your program?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm a new vegan. I'm about 1.5 years. For some that might not be so new, but I feel like I found myself around people who have been vegan for decades. So about 1.5 years ago, we're right in the midst of the pandemic. I'm working with clients who are pretty much going through their own journeys, their health and wellness journeys. And a lot of my clients were ill. And so I felt like everything that I'm hearing about the benefits of being vegan, about the healing aspects of it, I said, you know what? Let me try to go vegan for a week. Dr. J, I decided to do it for 1 week.
And how did that go?
It went well. It was like easy. It was easy because I just ate my fruits and vegetables outside of what I normally do. And I said, okay, well, what the heck was the big deal? So I tried it for week number 2. And then week number 2, I was just like, oh, you mean I can't have sushi? Right? Oh, wait, I forgot about KFC. Oh, wait. And now all of a sudden I'm thinking about all the things that I've now pretty much decided that I wasn't going to eat again, because in that split second when I decided, hey, let me try this for a week, I didn't think it through. You mean I can't have shrimp? Like a lot of those went through my head. And so I said, okay, well, this was the decision that I made. And the reason why I made this decision was because I found myself around ill people. Dr. J, people were ill. But my father had come up diabetic at one point. He was able to beat it, God bless him. But so many people really take that as a life sentence and don't get well. I know people that has endometriosis. I know other people that were healing from cancer, all kinds of things. And I said, well, you know what? Let me see what the benefits of this has in order for me to report back to my clients.
And so I'm glad that you said that. What exactly are the benefits of being vegan? Hey, Robin, thanks for joining us. What are the benefits of being vegan?
Benefits of being vegan. It really helps regulate, and I'm talking about whole food, plant-based vegan.
Okay, wait, well, okay, so I'm sorry. What is vegan? Let's start there. What is being vegan? What does it mean?
Like, being vegan, yeah, it's a little bit more than being vegetarian. I basically don't eat any meat or animal products or any products that come from animals. That means people say, does that mean you can't eat cheese? It means I don't eat cheese. I don't drink milk. Anything that had at any point in time a mom or dad. I do not partake. And that means a lot of pastries and desserts, that part was hard for me. Because I'm like, oh, I like my chocolate. So milk chocolate, no, things of that nature. So that's what being vegan is.
Okay, so now what are the benefits?
Oh, and I just would like to add plant-based vegan, because full disclosure, that would mean the clothes I wear and the makeup and my shoes. I'm not there yet, because full disclosure, I've got on some leather boots right now, but those boots I had I wasn't gonna go throw out my boots, right, because I decided that I was gonna change the way I eat. So plant-based vegan is what I ingest. Now, what was your question? Sorry.
The benefits of being vegan.
The benefits of being vegan, it definitely, if you do it right, and if you do it mindfully, and if you care about what you're eating, and the difference between a whole food plant-based vegan and a vegan that eats plant-based products that you find in boxes at the supermarket, is that I'm eating real foods. I'm buying them from the produce section at the supermarket, as opposed to it being boxed and labeled plant-based. And we could, Dr. J, that's a whole different thing in and of itself. Mm-hmm. The benefits, it improves on our insulin levels, right? It cuts back on a lot of the sugar intake. And I found myself really spiraling down with sugar, processed sugar. The benefits is it's so much easier on your organs. It does not work for everybody. Some people, they just need the meat protein, and they just need that extra. I found myself really thriving and feeling good being plant-based. I found myself feeling lighter, feeling good, energetic. Now, the first couple of weeks, I went through, I guess what you would call a detox, withdrawal. Okay. I really did go through a withdrawal. I felt lethargic and like foggy, and I'm like, maybe this isn't a good idea. So when I made that decision to go vegan that first week, sure, it was easy to eat that way, but I did go through a sense of withdrawal where I was just like lethargic and things like that. And that's what I found out.
And how long did it take?
Actually detoxing. It took about 2 weeks.
2 weeks before you felt like you could really do this.
Yes, okay. Yes. And in the grand scheme of things, 2 weeks is not a long time if you want to commit yourself to something like that.
It may feel like it.
But yeah.
So what are the tips? What are your tips to get someone? This is going to be like a two-part question. What are your tips to get started? And are there any people or any type of person who should not go vegan? Okay, so I'm going to say one of the tips for me was that I surrounded myself with people who were doing the same thing. Okay. Guys, there's nothing that is worth anything to us that we do that we don't need support or community with. Anything that you embark, surround yourself with like-minded people. That's what I'm going to say, because our mindset, like our endurance is not always there. So it's easy for us to say, you know what, never mind with this, right? Yeah. So that's the first thing. Make sure that you know the reason why you're doing this. I jumped into it, and not because I was suffering with anything. I did not have any chronic conditions that I needed to heal. I basically just did it as an experiment, and for me to report back to my clients as if this was some kind of an option. This was something I never thought of before, and overnight I was like, hey, let me just try it. It might be fun. But it worked out for
for me, so it had a good ending.
Right.
So I would definitely say surround yourself with like-minded people, get your mindset right, know your reason why you're embarking on this. Because if it's not strong enough, then you'll be like, you know what, this wasn't for me. And for some people, it might not be for them. I'm not a dietitian, not yet. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you if it's good for you. I just can tell you, just if you try it, see how it sits in your body. If your reason why isn't strong enough, it could be one of two reasons, that your reason why isn't strong enough, or maybe it's just not for you, maybe not right now. Right. So I hope I answered your question. I feel like it's not going to be for everybody. And if you decide that it's not for you right now, don't pursue it, because if you hurt yourself, and you don't want it to be because of something that you've neglected. If it's not there for you, it's just not there. But if you want to try it, I would say give yourself 2 weeks. Give yourself 2 weeks, and then make the decision.
Thank you. So are there have you found that there's any, like, one, I know you said weight loss. So if someone was wanting to do this for weight loss, how long would it take for them to see a benefit? Mm-hmm. And is it drastic? Does it stay off? Does it come back? How does that work?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because I saw the effects of it immediately. Now, Dr. J, you know that if you cut out any portion of what you normally eat, if it's carbohydrates, if you cut that back, if you stop eating meat, if anything that we do, if we cut back on that, you're going to see the results immediately. Your body loses weight because now all of a sudden it's not receiving something that it's used to receiving. So it metabolizes everything that you're doing differently. So when I cut back the meat, within a week and a half, the weight just like melted off of me. It really did. And I was like, oh, okay. And everybody saw the difference immediately. I saw the difference immediately. However, after about 4 to 6 weeks, the body starts metabolizing itself, and then you gain a little bit of the weight back, but it kind of settles into a sweet spot.
A nice space.
Because when I lost all that weight, I was like, whoa. And then again, like a couple of weeks later, I didn't really change much else. And I just saw the weight come in, and I was just like, okay, I'm good here. Good here. Let's maintain this. So understand, if you cut anything out of your diet, you're going to see the difference, and you're going to see the effects. The difference is that every time I ate something, Dr. J, I knew that I was doing something good for me. I knew it in my body. It felt right. And so that in and of itself, so I was walking around talking like I'm healthy and I'm nice and slim and trim.
Okay, so what you're saying is she just woke up and started, kind of like a lot of people. My intermittent fasting journey wasn't quite like that, but you woke up and started. So what did you put on your plate? What was a day like for Carmel that first week? Just to give our viewers an opportunity to do something like this. And was it expensive?
Oh, okay. So it wasn't expensive, right? I was spending about the same amount of groceries, but I was buying a lot of produce. And my first week looked a lot of like blending. I was just like, all I knew was
like smoothies.
Okay. Because all I knew was salads, and then I knew fruit. I never really experimented with it. So that first week was a lot of salads, and my salads looked like mostly kale and spinach with onions and cucumbers and the things that I'm normally used to eating as far as greens are concerned. Now I experiment a lot more. I buy a lot of things that I've never eaten before, just to find out what the benefits are, how I feel, how it tastes, and I experiment a lot more cooking as well as raw. But back then I was doing a lot of smoothies because I didn't know how to, I wasn't creative with it yet. It was just like a really spur of the moment kind of decision. And I got vegan protein because that was big for me. I was just kind of like, I need my protein, right? So I was using vegan protein powders, and I was mixing my fruits and vegetables. Now I do it a little bit differently because I've learned about mixing fruits and vegetables and all those things. Oh, that's another topic in and of itself. But that first week, that's really what it looked like. Salads and smoothies. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, guys, she just jumped in and she went with what she knew. And then as you grew, you saw that it was amazing for you. And then you started cFIT coaching.
Yeah.
So now you are the founder and owner of cFIT coaching.
Right.
And if somebody wants to work with you through your coaching business, how would they do that?
Well,
and what does that look like?
Oh, okay. What does that look like? So I started cFIT coaching really during the pandemic before I became vegan.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so I did that. And what I was doing, I was coaching as far as exercises was concerned. That was my jam, right? And then I started getting into the nutrition, and that's when I became vegan. So what does that look like? If you join me, I coach you on what it is that you're doing as far as exercise wise, right? People who tell me that they don't like to exercise, I say, well, you just haven't found the exercise that you like yet, because I feel like there's a part of us that really enjoys physical activity. And so as long as we find what that sweet spot is for you, we can really thrive. But now I'm huge on the nutrition, because without the nutrition, the exercise is just really meaningless. Although I truly believe in the fact that our bodies, we just have to move our bodies, but the nutrition is key. And so now I have a program called The Power of the Plants. And it's really a program promoting putting more plants on our plate. And of course, what I mean by plants are the fruits, vegetables, legumes, the greens, etc.
So Robin is asking, what protein powder, vegan protein powder, do you recommend?
I used to be all over the place, and then I found this company that I really resonated with because of everything that they promote. It's a company called Purium, and you could definitely contact me to learn more information, or to even purchase, because now I'm a distributor, because they resonated with me so much. And what they provide nutrition, whole food nutrition, for athletes as well as everyday nutrition. And they provide protein, vegan protein powders, and vegan other types of nutrition to help us sleep, to help with endurance, to help with eyesight. This company is incredible. So that's what I would suggest. It's a company called Purium. It's premium, and what's the other word? It's a mix of two words. Premium and pure. Anyway,
and pure?
Pure. Thank you. Oh my God. I had a little bit of so it's called Purium. But definitely contact Dr. J, or contact me directly, and I'll definitely be able to give you that information.
So she's also asking, do you use supplements?
I do. I take like over-the-counter stuff. I take that back. My doctor actually has prescribed multivitamins to me, vitamin C, because she sees that, I do border anemic. Mm-hmm. My iron levels are a little bit low, and so she was a little concerned for me there. So she was able to prescribe me my multis, my vitamin C, my iron, and folic acid. Those are my only prescriptions, and I'm proud to say. And so those are the supplements that I take. I take B12 as an added supplement, because we need that, especially me as a vegan. I need that B12. Those are the only supplements I take. As far as the protein and all the other nutrition that I find in powdered form, it's from the company Purium. And again, it's all whole food. That's flash frozen and I'm grounded into powders. So basically nothing that I eat, nothing that I consume has more than 2 or 3 ingredients. So that's comforting to me. It makes me feel like I'm doing something amazing for my body.
So you heard it here from cFIT Coaching about veganism, about working out, supplements, powders, all these things that she's doing. Purium, where she has her protein powder, which is vegan as well. Mm-hmm. Also, we need to know this very last thing. Mm-hmm. If you had to choose, which I know this is going to be a hard question.
Okay.
I'm ready. If you had to choose one over the other, mm-hmm. vegan or exercise?
Why do I have to choose one? I don't understand.
I'm just asking, because sometimes mm-hmm. people, for whatever reason, can't exercise.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw it out there, because when I work with my clients, mm-hmm. I pretty much tell them, hey, if you can fast, because 85 to 90% of what we put in our mouth mm-hmm. affects our health.
Yeah, nutrition, 100%. Whether it's vegan or not, Dr. J,
whether it's vegan or not,
nutrition. nutrition is always going to be key. Now, our bodies are machines, and they are meant to move. Like, you're not going to buy a car and look at it from your from sitting in the driveway, right? You're not going to do that. You're buying the car basically to drive it, right? So our bodies are machines. They're meant to move. But if I have to give up exercise for whatever reason, I know that I have my nutrition, and that is 100% so important. So important. Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Thank you so much, Carmel, for being here, you guys. Hit up Carmel. She also has her own YouTube channel. Go on over there, subscribe to her channel. I'm going to put some information in a couple days underneath so that you can find her. And is there anything else you'd like to tell the people?
I just want to say, do what's best for your body. Listen to you and be honest. Be honest with yourself. Don't just give up. If you want to try to be a vegan and you find yourself, no, this isn't for me, understand what the reason why. Is it because you just don't feel like it? Is it because I miss shrimp too much? Is it because I miss my meat too much? Or is it really not sitting well with me? And discuss all of this with your regular practitioner, with your regular doctor, and let them know what it is, what your thoughts are, so that they can advise you of what things that you might need to supplement with in order to thrive and feel good from the inside and out.
So I think she's going to have a program starting again in January. I'll have a program starting in January as well. But she has a program that's 12 weeks. It's phenomenal. It is like dirt cheap. If you want to tap into that, you can find Carmel on Instagram at cFIT Coaching. You can also find her where? On Facebook?
You can find me on Facebook, but I spend a lot of time on Instagram, Clubhouse, as you know.
Yeah.
And yes, my YouTube channel is just kicking off, so just be a little patient. In a few days, I'm just going to have a few things on there for everybody to follow.
You have a website though, right?
I do have a website. It's cfitcoaching.com.
Oh, just like that. cFITcoaching.com.
I try to keep it all simple so nobody has to think too much about it all. So cFITcoaching.com.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye now.